All right, Squares, welcome to the Square Club. It's Thursday, the 27th of Feb. It's coming up to 12. It's coming up to 12 lunchtime, and I am at the Shady Lane Park. I don't know how to say that. Arboretum? Maybe it's that. I thought that that's where they have animals. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe I'm getting my words mixed up, but that's where I am. This is the park that you will find right near my business, Lucky's All American Country Store and Tattoo. We're just over here. Stoughton Grange is just behind me, and I'll show you at the end. So today I've had a cancellation. I've had not a no-show. They didn't not show up. They informed me of their no-show before they come. So it wasn't a no-show. I've been super busy doing lots of stuff, planning things, working lots. I've just been super busy. So Lydia's at the studio now, working away, tattooing, and I've left her to it and got out of her hair. And I thought, if you would let me, and if you would join me, by the way, check out this guy, just carved. I feel like I've been to this park so much, and I've never seen this wooden carved guy. There's no sign to talk who made it, talk about who made it, or how long it's been here, or what his story is. He's even got like a little pentagram star rotting away, but the hand carved, like, who's he meant to be? Like, this mustache, this is the mustache of dreams. This is 90s country, eat your heart out. I feel like in the eyes he looks a bit like me. That could be me. Maybe it's a tribute to me. Maybe I made this in the future and now it's here. And to be honest, mate, I watched Terminator the other day and now I'm thinking about, have I contacted me from the future before? Or spring is also, sorry, I'm getting distracted highly, but spring is springing because this little flower is blooming. Look at this guy. It's not too long till the dog tramples all over him. But I have been noticing loads of daffodils out as well. I think there's a couple of daffodils. Sorry, I keep swinging you around, but look at these daffodils starting to bloom as well. I apologise as well for the janky camera work because it is just me. I am left to my own devices. So Lydia is working, she's tattooing away. I've got out of her hair, and if you would let me and if you would join, I thought I'd give you what's going on in my head, my thoughts, and a bit of a catch up, a bit of me and you time, if you will. So I've got my coffee, I've got my piping hot caffeinated beverage, and the reason I'm saying that is because I kind of want to circle back to video 0001. I also have lost track on what video number we are on. I have no idea where I'm at on video numbers, but I know I'm past it. I'm in double digits, which is a great achievement because it means I've made the habit happen. I've forced it to happen. So now me and you on this camera, on this adventure is for forever because it's part of me now. This camera, this life, what you're seeing and who we are together, this relationship we are together. This is sad. I've just noticed this lone tennis ball. There's a dog out there missing his tennis ball. Baby would love that. Baby loves to carry his toys about on parks, but then he does exactly the same thing. He will leave it and forget all about it and wonder where it's gone, and then he'll be sad about it at random times of the night, wondering where it's gone. So I've lost track of where I am. I know I'm in double digits, and I want to circle back to 0001 to kind of take account to where the plan is and if I think I'm hitting what I've achieved and some of the things I'd mentioned. And now when I mention talking about a piping hot caffeinated beverage, the reason I say that, I'd mentioned a little bit about it in that first ever video. It's the reason I've been thinking about picking up the camera for a long time. I've been thinking about vlogging for a long time. I feel like I live a pretty interesting life and I'm pretty social. So these are many of the reasons why I wanted to jump in front of the camera and do this. I wanted this to be a part of my life. I wanted to leave something behind. I wanted to be social. I wanted to create bonds and memories and also document my life and the things that I see for you guys to also see, but also for me to look back, for my family to look back, for my friends to look back, to make new friends. I wanted to document my life, but not just because my life is so grand and important, but everyone's life is important. And I think I see things and I'd like to look back on things because I get about, don't I? I get about and I'm always doing something. I'm always about there doing something in my life. So around Christmas time, just before I started this channel, just before I started vlogging, one of the best to ever do it, one of the best that YouTube has ever seen, Adam the Woo. His account, his main account for modern time, he was around a long time on YouTube. He was one of the OGs, the pioneers. We wouldn't have YouTube and vlogging today if it wasn't for Adam the Woo. He was one of the original ones before it was even monetized, before people were starting to get paid and do it as a career. He wanted to document his life and document the things he's seen and the things he enjoyed, because he loved it and he enjoyed it and he wanted to do it. He'd been doing it for about 15 years, and his main channel now was The Daily Woo. He vlogs every single day for years. He originally started on his Adam the Woo channel, which were a lot shorter videos, and there's a lot of crazy like hijinks. Like, let me switch hands. He had absolute hijinks. He got banned from Disney at one point. He got banned from Disney. He got banned from Universal for filming. These were filming backstage things, and he was literally banned for life. He had a lifetime ban. He eventually got allowed back in Disney, but still to Universal, he was never allowed back in the Orlando side, in the Florida side. And he used to go out to California too, and he lived in California too for a long time, so he could visit the parks and see the things he loved. Now, I'm not going to get too much into his story because he's got plenty of videos to watch, because he videoed every single day for a very long time. And he's got a lot of friends who are vloggers and are in the YouTube world, and his dad, on top of that, who's done a lot of tributes. So what I want to say first off, if you get the chance and you don't know Adam the Woo, get to know Adam the Woo, because I owe a lot for doing this to that man. And he didn't know that I existed. I had seen him in the theme parks a couple of times, but I was too anxious and too much of a mess to say anything, believe it or not, because I'm not normally that guy. But the reason why that I was so anxious and I never said anything, because I'm not normally embarrassed. I'm not normally bothered by who someone is, if they're famous or a celebrity. I've tattooed a lot of celebrity or well-known people, if you will. I've tattooed a lot of them, so I'm not normally too bothered. But the reason I was bothered at the time is because I felt like we had some friendship, like me and him knew each other really well, but in fact he knew nothing about me. He didn't even know I existed, so it made me feel a bit weird, because I felt like I knew everything about this man, and he knew nothing about me. So I was embarrassed, and I shouldn't have been, because I wish I would have said hello. But this is life, isn't it? This is the way it is. So around New Year's, Christmas time, well, no, just before Christmas, he passed away. It was super sad, and it wrecked us, me and Lydia, because we've watched this man every day for a long time, and we continue to watch his videos now. Like, he's still my most viewed person. I watch him every single day. So when he passed, I felt like I lost a friend. I've been watching tributes from his friends, the people who really knew him, and his family. His dad now vlogs, and I watched all this stuff. And at the time, I've always been thinking about picking up the camera, always been thinking about doing this, and I was anxious, I was nervous, I was a bit of a mess about it, and I thought, no, this is the time, because he passed away at 50, but he had done so much. He lived a lifetime in them 50 years. I'm telling you, like, this man lived in a van, started from nothing, and then had his dream home in Celebration, Florida. And Celebration, Florida is a magical and wonderful place, because it's actually a town on Disney property that Disney used to own. Now, no longer, they don't own it. I will bring you along to see it in future videos, but they don't own it anymore. But there's loads of Disney history still there, and it's a super cool town. And that was his dream, to live there in Florida on Disney property, and he did it. He bought it cash money, and he lived there, and he was living out his dream. It was amazing to see, a real big inspiration to me. So bringing it kind of back around, that's what inspired me to jump on and do this thing. Jump on. I hate when people say jump on. I just jumped on here to say I ain't jumped on nothing. I've come to chew your ear off if you're listening out there. And this is also the other thing. You know, I don't have the biggest followings in the world on social media. I don't have the biggest TikTok following. I think there's about 6,000 there. And on Instagram, I've had Instagram for a very long time because of my tattoo career. Maybe there's like 15, 16, 17K. I'm not really sure anymore these days. So I don't have the biggest following, but I do have a following. I do have people who are interested in what I'm up to and what I'm doing and what my life's about on there. And I appreciate and I understand on YouTube that doesn't translate as fast on here. for example, you know, I don't know, I have still under 100 subscribers, and that's okay, because one thing I've learned about myself is I love the journey. I do not want to waste the journey. Goals are great, and achieving them is the best, you know, like achieving something is great, but then when you've achieved it, you've achieved it. Daffodils, there's loads of them growing, and daffodils have a super short, I'm not a flower guy, I don't know too much about flowers, but they have a super short lifespan, don't they? Like, I don't know, I feel like I buy some bulbs for Lydia and within a few days they're dead and gone. But that's symbolizing what life is like, right? Life is short, and you've got to live it to the full, just like them daffodils, right? They're out there blooming. It ain't even sunshine today. It ain't sunshine and roses, it's clouds and daffodils, but they're living their life. They're doing what they do. I look at Baby, my dog, all the time, and I'm like, man, he doesn't know that his lifespan is a lot shorter than mine, but he's out here living his best possible life. He's doing the best he can. So I wanted to make sure, story short, I wanted to make sure that I did this and I formed this habit, and I want to say, check. I feel like I've done it. I'm here. Like, I know me well enough that I have to form the habits, and once they're formed, once they're ingrained in me, I will do it. I will continue to do it. I know I don't have the biggest amount of subscribers. We were saying that. That's where we were. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for jumping in. But I know I don't have the biggest amount of subscribers, and that's okay. But if one of you connects, if just one person connects and they relate and they feel pulled into the videos and they're entertained by it, then I've done my job. I've done what I'm here to do, and I feel fulfilled anyway, just being here and spending the time with you. I hope to grow it into something more, and I hope to grow it into something big and have these big, zany, weird adventures that are full of fun, that are full of hijinks, and just full of learning and knowledge and thirst for life and positivity, because also that's what I set out to do, is to show you this world that sometimes may feel really drab and mundane and you're stuck in a cycle, maybe for half an hour, for 45 minutes, for an hour, for 15 minutes, for whatever the period of length of time is. It might just pull you away for a minute, just distract you, and if I can do that for you, man, I've done my service. I'm here for me, I'm here for you, I'm here for anyone who's sitting on the other side, in your living room, on your laptop, on your tablet, on your phone, whatever the device may be, on your VR headset, however you are seeing me, I appreciate you. And I'm there to bring you along. So if you're there, I'm speaking to you. Thank you for being here from the early days. Thank you for being here from the get-go. Thank you for supporting me, because honestly, it does mean the world. Now, I wanted to get videos up quicker. I've got a bank of videos. As you can probably tell from this, it's the 26th of February now. When you see this, it's not anywhere near the 26th of February. It's probably at least a couple of weeks out from there. Look at this little creek, this stream. It's quiet. I do love to come to moments like this, but I can't bring Baby. The reason I can't bring Baby, he hates the rain, but any body of water he has to be in, around, submerged it. He's loving it. He wants to be all about water. Like puddles in the road, he's rolling around in it. He digs his feet in and he won't get up. He's in it. He lives in it. He loves it. He's an aqua boy. He's a mer dog. He don't like rain on his back. And to be honest, if I was walking around on all fours, which you probably would love to see, I wouldn't like rain smacking off my back. Years ago, she's going to hate me saying this, me and Lydia went to a holiday, an all-inclusive in Spain. We did them proper all-inclusive vibes. And anyway, we were waiting for our transfer, that coach, we were waiting for that to bring us home. So we'd given all our luggage to the hotel. Everything was locked away, secured up, packed up. So we had time to kill. So we waited by the pool area for a little bit. We had some food, we hung out, and I think our transfer was, I don't know, like 8, 9 o'clock at night. There's some massive birds here. Lydia would be in her element. She's in her bird era at the minute. She should come here more because she would absolutely love it. So, sorry, I think I've got ADHD and I'm getting distracted here and everywhere. So we were waiting, and it was about, like our transfer was about 7 o'clock. So we had time to kill, and we were young. We were agile, not like we are now, creaking about, walking around this park knackers me out as it is. So we were waiting, and there was a play area set with no kids on it, bear in mind. It wasn't like we were kicking kids out the way. So we were waiting. I know it was taking ages to get to this story, and it ain't even that good, but we were waiting. There was a play area. Lydia decided to climb whilst I went on the swings for a little bit. Lydia decided to climb on the jungle gym. She decided to climb on it and she was having a right good time showing off all the skills and tricks she could do. She was being like that thing, like them kids where you go, look at me, look what I can do. She was showing me all the tricks that she was pulling off on this climbing frame. And anyway, she leapt out a scream, turned around, shouted at me and was just like, what have you thrown at me? What have you thrown at my back, that wallet? And I was like, I ain't done nothing, Lyd. There's nobody around and I ain't done nothing. Minding my business. Not everything's about you, you know, not everything's about you. So she turned around, she was just like, well, what hit my back? And I tell you what, the biggest bird must have flown by because it let out the biggest dookie on her back. Like, I mean, splattered. This, like, you can see the impact mark and then splattered all down her back. And we had to go to the bathroom, try to wash it out, but we literally, the transfer turned up with it, like we went to the bathroom, tried to rub it down, but the transfer turned up, we had to get cases on the thing, get to the airport, so she got on that coach with poo back. But she must be extremely lucky, because that ain't the only time that's happened. She's been at family barbecue, and everyone's having a good time, we're all there having a lovely, good old family catch up, having a barbecue, everything's great, we're enjoying the sunshine. Well, anyway, someone tells a funny story. Lydia leans back in like a comical cartoon style and like proper got that lung laughter, like her whole chest is going mouth wide open, and you can guess what happened. Same bird flies over, drops a massive dookie right under her tongue, purling right under her tongue, perfect, clean. And again, turns around, who threw something in my mouth? She did the same thing, but yeah, massive poo. So she must be extremely lucky, must be. I mean, that's what I've got to tell her. She's going to edit this and watch it back. So talking about editing, this is the thing that we're still learning. And we're rookies in the business, as I've said before. We're not, this isn't our world, and it is starting to rain. So I'm going to find cover in a moment because we do not want to get wet. And I make sure that is rain and it's not bird poo. We're still waiting to get content out because it's not as much of a smooth operation as I thought it was going to be. I thought that I'd be able to just quickly edit everything on my phone, get it up, jobs are good, and get it onto YouTube. I'm not a technical guy anymore. I'm an older guy. I don't know how technology works as much. And editing them on your phone while still trying to use your phone for other stuff, have memory in high quality for your videos is difficult. It's not easy to do, actually. The editing bit is okay, Lydia is the pro at that. She helps the most. I do my bit here and there. But space, memory, function, RAM, all these things are not things that I considered before. And now we consider them. So this is what's slowing us down. So to get any edit up and use it, even uploading using the YouTube app, you could do it on your phone, but it's not the easiest to do. So we've reached a point where we have to go, are we really committing to this? Because we bought the camera, we bought this DJI Pocket 3, and it's great. It's lovely. It's doing the job. It's doing exactly what I want it to do. I'm sorry. This is the weirdest angle. I'm trying to hold a coffee. We reached a point where we have to invest more or stop. So we had this decision, and we're going to buy a MacBook. We're buying a MacBook today. It's a lot of money to buy a MacBook, but I think it's going to be worth it to make our life easier because we've got loads of content coming because we've got a massive Florida trip coming up in a couple of weeks. We're going to the parks, we're going to Universal, we're seeing some friends, we're seeing some family. We're doing a good old Florida holiday and I cannot wait. But there's going to be a lot of videos. There's going to be a lot of filming every single day. So we've been stocking up on memory cards, batteries, power banks. But really, editing's the thing that's going to slow us down. That's the thing I want to make sure we get right. So we've got to invest in a MacBook and hopefully you'll start seeing videos come out a lot quicker to the day of us filming it. So that's the plan with that going forward. So hopefully you'll start to see videos a lot sooner. And reaching back, there's a Christmas tree here. There's a Christmas tree. I wonder what this is about. It looks like a tropical Christmas tree. It looks like a Christmas tree on vacay. But it's dedicated to two people. Paul Mann, from 1967 to 2014, loving son, to Dot and Mick, brother to Paula and Carl, father of Natalie and Michael. In loving memory of Lance Corporal Mick Mann, 1944 to 2021. Loving husband, father, grandpa, great-grandpa, rest in peace. And there's like Christmas cards and all kinds of stuff under this Christmas tree and little trinkets and Christmas decorations. What a beautiful tribute to obviously two people that were loved very much. And Christmas must have meant something special to these guys and their family and their loved ones. But I've never seen a Christmas tree with leaves like it. It looks like a tropical Caribbean Christmas tree. It's beautiful. I love it. What a good tribute to see. And actually saying that, there's a bench looking directly at the Christmas tree, I guess for friends and family and people who want to visit the Manns. But this one is dedicated to Paul Mann. Also, if you do head down to Celebration, actually they've just put right by Lake Reinhardt, right in the centre of Celebration, they have also a gator. I'll show you one day, a real gator. In every body of water in Florida there is a gator. There is a gator. Even if you think you can't see one, you need to believe there is one, otherwise you're living very dangerously. In the main lake in the centre of Celebration, this town that was once owned by Disney, one of the benches facing right out onto the lake to see the alligator who's called Cool the Gator. I'm sure he's called Cool the Gator. Well, there's now a bench dedicated to Ryan. So there's a Starbucks there. He used to say he was having a piping hot caffeinated beverage, how I started this video. You can go there, grab Adam's favourite coffee and pay respect and tribute at that bench just there, which is such a beautiful tribute. So where was I going, sir? I'm not built for holding two things up. I need to do some weight training where I'm holding things up. So circling back, I feel like I'm all over the place, but that's how my brain works. That's how I talk. That's how I get things out when we're talking just me and you. So circling back, I wanted to show you the world through like more of a positive spin and bring you out of the mundane world for a minute. And hopefully I've been doing that and I continue to do that because we've got lots of adventures planned and we've got lots of stuff that's still got to show you, still got to do. And it's also, these videos have spurred me down like other avenues. I've been seeing things like the safari or the transport museum where I grew up, making me go places that I don't take the time to go to. But you have helped me along with that because I'm showing you these places and seeing it through your eyes, and I appreciate it and you love you for it. So I've got loads to do. I've got absolutely loads to see, loads to do. Also check out this tree. I've never seen roots wrap around its own trunks before. That's absolutely wild. Look at, it goes all the way. I mean, this tree is massive. Absolutely massive. And all the roots are just like coming up from the ground, wrapping around. I wonder what type of tree this is. If you know what tree this is, let me know. Teach me, educate me, because that is fascinating. That. And we're right next to the same old stream. I have a habit of getting lost, as you probably know. And I know I'm whittling on and I'm randering, that don't make no sense. I'm whittling on and I'm rambling about all kinds of garbage really, but I'm just letting you know what's going on in my head and I'm bringing it out here for you to listen to, if you let me, if you're still here at the end of it. So yeah, I wanted to circle back to that video and I feel like I'm achieving what I've set out to do, and that's a good feeling, but I want to enjoy the journey, and that's what it's about, and that's what I'm here to tell you. It's about enjoying the journey. It's good to have the goals, good to set out to do things, and it's good to achieve. Of course it is, but you need to enjoy the journey. One, you might not ever achieve your goal, and that's also okay, because if you tried and you enjoyed the journey, then it's done its purpose. It's done what it set out to do. You have done what you set out to do, and you're a better person for it, and hopefully you're a better person for it, and not punish yourself because you've not achieved the goal. Because I've set a lot of goals. I'm someone who sets goals. I cannot live unless I have a journey and a goal to reach towards. And I'm fortunate. I work hard in that when I set my goals. That's an old band. I used to love Set Your Goals. They were really, really cool back in the day. Pop punk kind of double act. They were really, really cool, really good fun. And I'm fortunate enough that I can say I've achieved a lot of my goals, a lot of things way earlier on. I remember the thought of one point dreaming of owning a tattoo studio. And now I've had two. You know, I've had three really, if you count the one in London too. I've done this more times over. I wanted to grow a tattoo business and I've done that. I wanted to become a tattoo artist. I wanted to teach myself to tattoo. I wanted to tattoo a celebrity or a famous person. I wanted to become happily married and fall in love. I wanted to have a beautiful home and my dream car. I've managed to achieve all of these things. And now, once you've done them things, if you just sit and just go, yeah, I achieved it. Well, what's life? Because they just, like, I'm grateful to have my wife and my business, and it makes me feel loved and it makes me feel great. But for me personally, I have to strive and I have to achieve for something. So I enjoy the journey, because some of my best times are on the run of enjoying it. Like I have great, I don't mean this to sound the wrong way, because I love my wife and I love everything we do, and she still gives me butterflies every time I see her. She's just changed, maybe she'll show you at the end of this video, she's just changed her hair to red, and she looks incredible. She looks beautiful. She looks like Mrs. Incredible, actually. She looks like Mrs. Incredible, and that's a different fantasy that I'm not going to get into, and I'm not gonna let you into. But that's super cool. But yeah, Mrs. Incredible's got it going on, isn't she? So she looks like that. She's always reinventing herself, ladies. She's always doing something. She's beautiful. She's sexy. She's great. She's the best. She's everything that a man could dream of for a wife, and she definitely keeps me on my toes. So don't get me wrong, I'm super happy. But when you look back at like times of when you're reaching for your dreams, you have some of the best times. Like I had some of the best times learning to tattoo and on the journey to whether it felt stressful, but learning to whether I'd be the tattooer that I wanted to be, whether I'd have my shop, whether this woman will fall in love with me too, whether we'll get married one day, whether we'll have the house, whether I have the car, all of this stuff. That is fun. That's the journey. And at the time, I didn't appreciate that journey. And now at the ripe age of 35, I'm teaching myself to enjoy the journey. So that's why we're here today. So I'm enjoying this journey to see where this YouTube channel, this adventure goes. And I'm bringing you along, and I want to enjoy the journey too. That's about everything I've got to say today. I know I've kind of covered some bases, and maybe there's some questions of like, obviously I didn't mention kids. We don't have kids, and that's a story for another time. I know I mentioned stuff about tattooing celebrity people. That's a story for another time. I've got lots of stories to keep us going for years and years to come. Maybe one day, hopefully, in the inspiration of Adam the Woo, we'll get to the point where I can create and deliver daily content every day, that's what daily means. That's what daily means, Mike. Why are you being an idiot? But yeah, maybe I can create content every day on this platform, and we can spend time together all the time. I can document my life every day. That's the goal that I've got set. I want to build this community because I want to have a community. I want to embrace life, and anyone who wants to come along for the journey with me, I want to be a part of it. Now, in the meantime, if you do want to see more content, on Instagram, I'm the Fine Line Cowboy, and on TikTok too, I think. I struggle with my handles. This one's All Right Squares, at All Right Squares. That's me. Now, don't slip into the stream, Mike. Maybe there's a troll under that stream. Going forward, if you want to see more daily content, they're the channels to see more things on the daily. Eventually, the plan is going to be for me to do more. That's the dream. That's the goal going forward. That's the adventure I want to bring you on, and I want you to come along here for that. So I'm going to get that map book. We're going to get content out sooner and quicker, and definitely when we go away, more content will be coming your way. So I've covered, I think, everything that I've set out here today. I appreciate if you've stuck by. I appreciate if you've stuck by to the end. I'm trying to reiterate everything in my brain to make sure I'm not at the end of this video, I'll come to edit it and go, oh man, Mike, why didn't you say this? This is what you were meant to say. But appreciating the journey is the key, and coming along for the journey is the key. And that's why I'm doing this, to have an adventure, set out a goal, maybe one day achieve it and set another goal. That would be great. That would be wonderful. I would love that to happen. But for now, whilst I'm growing, whilst we're here at the early stage of YouTube, I want to enjoy it, because life is short. That's one thing I've learned. Do what you want to do. If anything, if you take away anything from all the garbage and all the rubbish that I talk about, please, if you've got something burning in your heart, not a medical condition, but like, if you do, check that out. If you've got an issue, go check that out, because it's important. Look after yourself. We need you here. But if you've got something burning in you that you've got to do, whether it's play an instrument, play in a band, try and be on TV or YouTube, or start a business, or even just get that promotion that you've been dying to do, or start a business, or start a t-shirt brand, anything like that, I urge you to just go do it. The only failure you have is what you feel inside. What society says is failure isn't real, what you deem it as. And if you've got this burning passion. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. If you want to go on that trip, man, money is just a human's construct. Take that trip, take that adventure, say yes to things. If you've wanted to go on that date or ask somebody out, go do it. Go on. I believe in you. But that's us pretty much caught up. Last time you see me, I had my friend here, Vinny. He was here for 4 days total. I love him. We can see each other not for a year sometimes, and then when we see each other, it's like we've spent no time apart at all. We've got so much to catch up on that we just kind of like, we don't go to bed till like 3, 4 in the morning. We watch movies, old movies, my DVD collection, which I've been doing. We're chinwagging, talking about music, visiting museums, tattooing, going out for carveries. He loves English food. He comes from a place full of flavour and sunshine. Billy likes the cloudy weather. He does find it cold, but he likes the cloudy weather, and we have really good Indian food here in Leicester, and in the UK, he loves that. He had shepherd's pie for the first time. He had a carvery. But I tell you what, I love that man. But I mean, you think I could talk a lot. You think I can talk a lot. He honestly taught me everything I know with talking, because he makes it look like that I say nothing. English ain't even his first language, and I don't speak Spanish. And I tell you what, maybe it's because he doesn't get to speak English very often. He just goes whoa, 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 to me all the time. He was quite shy on the camera, so you didn't get kind of his energy. But he's doing stuff. He wants to be on the camera. He's doing his own content and he's working on it. So maybe next time you see him over on my channel, which hopefully should be about June, July time, something like that, I don't know, he's going to be a lot more different, and he's going to become your friend too, because you would love him. He's a great guy. He's a Spanish god. But yeah, so that's pretty much wrapped up to where we are. We're now on a work week. I've had a cancellation today. I'm here with you, spending this last 40 minutes. We've been talking 40 minutes. I've been spending this last 40 minutes with you. But that's going to about do it for today. I appreciate you taking the time and hanging out, especially if you got here to the end with me rattling on, because I have been rattling on. Thank you for spending the time with me today. It's going to about do it for today. I'm going to see you on that next one, that really, really good one coming. So make sure you check that one out. And in the spirit of Wayne's World, Party on Squares, and just for wayfinding, this is a Stoughton Grange, just off the main road going through Oadby, which is just outside Leicester. So there's loads of cool businesses here. There's loads of cool stuff. We've got Pilates, we've got an incredible pub, we've got barbers, we've got hairdressers, all kinds of stuff. But that is us. That's my shop, Lucky's All American Country Store. And you won't miss us, because if you're driving by, that is us. You can see it painted loud and proud in the red, white and blue. Just right on the corner, this old converted stable and barn. So if you are looking for us, that is us. Also, side note, funny fact, funny story, I made some incredible vinyl die cut out stickers that I spent an absolute gold mine, an absolute fortune on, and my dyslexic backside didn't spell world right. I spelled world completely wrong. I spelled it W-O-L-R-D. I got the L and the R the wrong way round, and now they have to go in the bin. Or they're extremely more valuable now because they're the first ever run and they're spelt wrong. That one hopefully never happen again, because Lydia's going to correct me, my dyslexic backside.